Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk all about awakening, depression, and anxiety. Today I want to talk about a recent psychic opening I had. Um, it happened when I was meditating for the third time yesterday. I probably overdid it a little bit, but we do everything for a reason, right? Otherwise we wouldn't find ourselves doing it. And what happened was I just released a lot of energy into my body, and it was really subtle at first. At first, I just got up and I could tell something had shifted because I was feeling so much anger, and it was specifically related it was specifically being felt in my skull. So I was like, oh gosh, what's going on? Because when you feel these kind of shifts, you're probably in for a ride. So I just remember my feet and my hands, my limbs kind of just going cold because of so much suppressed energy coming up, because that's what happens when we go through a Kundalini psychic opening. And what I mean by a Kundalini psychic opening is just that a lot of energy just breaks through, where it breaks through, like you could say, limited belief. It breaks through just some denser, heavier emotions that you've been hanging on to, and it comes through and it just completely illuminates all of that darkness that was being buried and hidden within. And on this opening, I felt this deep, deep fear in my stomach being completely pulled out and being shown for me, and being pulled out for me to feel and to heal. And I had so much energy. It really took me to my edge a couple times last night, where the only thing left for me to do was to lay down and take some very deep belly breaths and to slowly exhale. It can get really intense no matter how many times you go through it. I've been through numerous energetic openings, psychic openings. It's the same thing. And no matter how many times I've been through it, when it's happening, when you're going through it, you feel like you're just this close to tipping over and going a little and having too much energy, and you are this close to feeling overwhelmed for the entirety of the event. And I think that's the point. You always get just as much as you can handle and not a bit more. And I just remember laying there and just feeling all of these fear emotions coming up. And then of course I had to come home and talk with everybody here, and I was just like trying to keep it together on the inside. It can be really, it can be a challenging scenario for sure, but I just wanted to make this because I wanted to talk about why it's a good thing when this happens, when we're having a challenging psychic opening of some sort, and just the ways that I get through it. I feel it's a good thing because, for the obvious reasons, you're allowing a lot of this suppressed energy to be released. And as a result, if you've been through one of these, you know that as a result, you always feel lighter and you always feel more connected to who you really are. And I feel more in communion to God, to my higher self, to the universe, to source energy, to my life force, however you want to phrase it. I feel so much more united, so much more connected with that energy from which we manifest into incarnate form. I feel so much more connected to that after each opening. And I feel like that's the biggest takeaway from them, is you're becoming closer to your authentic truth. You're taking one more step to remembering who you really are. And the beautiful thing about these psychic openings is you just have to surrender and let the energy do the work, and just allow yourself to feel whatever it's bringing you to feel. And everything else, it just takes care of itself. It basically just lifts it up and out of you, and then you're free of it. It's a beautiful thing. And I feel like when we do this, we have more space within us to really go after the things we want to do, that our soul is yearning to do, because we let go of those parts of us that are limited beliefs that have been conditioned into us, that we let go of so much of that fear that keeps us from being our true expression. And I just feel like it's such a benefit. So when you're going through it, as tough and as challenging as it can be, it's such a benefit. Now, how to get through it. I talked about the belly breaths. We know about the breathing exercises, meditation, allowing all that. The biggest thing I found is when I'm going through extreme amounts of energy rushing through me and I feel like right on the edge of tipping over and it being too much, is I just think, what are my thoughts saying about this? And then I see what they're saying about it, and then I say, okay, what happens if I don't go with the thoughts? What happens if I just let go of the thoughts and I just connect more with the energy? If I just allow myself to sink into the energy and to give myself distance from the thoughts versus contracting on the thoughts and merging with the thoughts and trying to create space from the energy. Do you see the difference there? When we let go into the energy and we let go of the thoughts that are being provoked by the massive amounts of energy, it's so much easier to just be and to not bring any more pain and suffering to the situation than is already present. And that's what I did last night. I just looked at my thoughts and I just saw them. Okay, I get it. I get that there's parts of me that are afraid right now, parts of me that are resisting leaving, that don't want to go. But I love you, those aspects of me. And I want you to be integrated, and this is for the best, but I am going to allow myself to just be one with the oneness that is waking up within me. And that is essentially, I think, the easiest way through these difficult scenarios when we have a lot of energy rushing through us, at least in my experience. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that this is helpful to those of you that are having an energetic awakening experience. And if you're finding it a little bit overwhelming, I hope this video can help shed light on why it's a good thing and a great opportunity. And also a couple things, one thing in particular of what you can really do to allow the situation to be a lot less painful. So I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks again for watching. I will just really love all the support, all the subscriptions, likes, and comments. It means so much to me, and I am glad if this helps you out in any way. Thanks a lot, guys.